Dr. Kendo, the world's greatest superpower after Mecha Chuck Norris, is back to restore order and return the world's peace. Oh, or just make another Scribblenauts creation.
That's right, I am here. And my first order of business is to deliver a hello again, YouTube! This is Dr. Kendo and I'm back with Scribblenauts Unlimited. We're starting off with a bodybuilder as the source object for today's object editor creation. And we're also going to be using Scribblenauts Unmasked to create something in the Hero Creator in that game as well. So I hope everybody's excited for it. Guess who it's going to be? Actually, you can just look at the title and see that it's Captain America! So after placing the head on our bodybuilder that has had all of the limbs removed, we type in superhero and go to the female superhero and take the arm right here. We're going to be using both of the arms of the female superhero and size them about where I've got it right now. And we're also going to take the female superhero's legs. So even take off the legs of that female superhero and put them, make sure that they're all in the right spot. You can press this little button to see kind of these green grids to see where everything is placed. So that will allow you to make sure that you're placing them in the right spot. And they'll all move independently of each other as they should. I keep having to move this arm so that we can actually put down this headband, for one, that I've painted with a color pattern of the red and white kind of candy cane looking color pattern, as well as the letter I for his belt. Now you'll also notice that the body or torso shape, especially with the chest up above, there has that kind of scaly look to it or whatever. You will see the picture of Captain America that I'm going based off of at some point in this video. We've also, of course, put the letter A up on top of his forehead because Captain America has a big A on his forehead. That makes sense. And so obviously you can see that we're taking a bunch of shapes, and that's for the eyes as well as the mouth part that's cut out from his mask, and a nose thrown in there. Just type in nose. This first eye piece is a dot, so you just type in DOT. And do another one for the other side, and then yet another dot right here, and make it smaller and black for the pupils that'll be inside the dots. This is going pretty well so far. We've also got an ear right here. You can choose whether you want to do the ear or not, you know, if you like your Captain America this way. I will try to create the unmasked Captain America as kind of a different version of Captain America that we can see either in movies or in the comic books. But this particular one in Scribblenauts Unlimited is not the one that has the messenger wings up on his head, so, you know, I didn't forget them or anything like that. They will be in the Scribblenauts Unmasked creation. This is one of the other ways that you can create Captain America, because there is, you know, the comic book Captain America that looks kind of more like the one that we're going to be creating here, as well as the movie Captain America. I believe that this probably most closely follows the one to the movie, if either of my two creations are going to follow the movie Captain America. You can see that we're putting on little backpacks. You know, I just typed in backpack and put those on the eye, the belt right there. We'll name him, of course, Captain America. I keep mistyping it. Just kind of making some minor adjustments before we go to the scripting, and you know that whenever we're doing character scripting, I love to read background information and fun facts about whatever character it is that we're creating. So today for Captain America, you guys probably know about him, but I'll just give the background information. He is a patriotic superhero by design, and often depicted as the alter ego of Steve Rogers. He often fought the Axis powers, you know, Germany, Japan, etc., in World War II during war times, but then as the war had been over for a few years, superheroes in general were actually less popular. The Captain America comic book, as a result, was discontinued in 1950, had a short revival in 1953, but ultimately returned in 1964 and has remained in publication since then. A blurb from the wiki that I find interesting is this. I'm quoting it. Quote, Captain America has no superhuman powers, but through the super soldier serum and treatment, he is transformed, and his strength, endurance, agility, speed, reflexes, durability, and healing are at the zenith of natural human potential. End quote. The formula does not wear off and makes it so that he'll never get fatigued. And this is crazy. He can even bench 1,200 pounds and run a mile in 73 seconds. That's crazy. You can mention plenty more about his incredible physical prowess, but much can also be said for the engineering of his impenetrable shield and the fireproof and bulletproof material that he wears for his suit. But I only have a limited amount of time in our video here, so I'm just trying to move quickly. If you are curious at all for some odd and or interesting informational tidbits about the hero, Captain America has supposedly lifted and used Thor's hammer. Yes, as any Thor enthusiast will point out to you, it isn't about physical strength when it comes to lifting Thor's hammer, but rather, who is worthy of wielding the mighty Mjolnir. He also didn't make his first Marvel Comics appearance until the Avengers #4, featuring the story we all know about Captain America being frozen in ice and whatnot, but it's because Captain A was actually created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, rather than Stan Lee. And you can see our Captain America now is fighting the Bulbasaur that I created, and it looks like he can't really touch the Bulbasaur at the moment. I mean, he can hit him and stuff when he gets close enough, but our Bulbasaur has the Razor Leaf. You know, he's shooting out these leaves, and it's keeping our Captain America at bay, even though our Captain America looks huge compared to the Bulbasaur. Maybe only a slight missizing on the Bulbasaur, but I mean, that is probably about right, you know, because Ash was a little kid, and Ash is almost that size compared to the Bulbasaur as well. So let's see, I should try to find another one of my creations, maybe another Pokemon. We've got Hitmonlee right here, so let's just put the adjective hostile on my Hitmonlee creation. And looks like this Captain America had the health down, so I'm going to put out a new one. There we go. And of course, if you notice, the Captain America is scripted to shoot out a red target. It's to look like his shield, you know. It's whenever he loses or gains health, he basically not only gets the adjective brave or fearless, whatever I put in there, but he also shoots out a red target. And while that is to look like the shield, I'm going to go ahead and actually do this. This will be very, very awesome if it works correctly. I'm typing in a boomerang, and we're just going to put the target right there on the top. Just cover up the boomerang completely. Grab a circle, cover up that part in the middle of the target right there. Paint the circle this metallic pattern and blue, and then we'll put a star right in the middle. And this will create us the Captain America shield, so let's name it as such. This is going to be a great object, and since I did a boomerang, you know, as the source object, it should be able to be thrown and come right back to me, but crap, it's just hitting the ground because my avatar, his arms are not proportionally correct. There we go. I just threw it and it came back to me. Yeah, check that out. Oh, another fail. We need a fail count for how many times I've failed to throw this. There we go. So check this out. That's amazing. I mean, you guys may not think that that's totally cool, but I thought it was awesome. I'm trying to make the Captain America use it, but it looks like he won't use a boomerang. I've even actually scripted him to use boomerangs, as we have this evil archer right here, and that was practically another fail. I just threw the shield at it, but it didn't do anything to... What the hell? You killed my shield. She just totally shot it in midair. I need to make it have a little bit more life is what that tells me, because that shield should be a lot more powerful. I'll do that editing in post-production and jump cut right here. So there we go. So now I'm throwing it like crazy, doing the damage. I have to get at the right spot and throw it. It just kind of bounced off the archer's head, and then suddenly the archer's dead. Well, okay, I guess that works out. We'll put in a little angry bee so that you can see it against a flying enemy. Cool, pow! Just like that. I harness the power of the Captain America shield. That is incredibly cool. I like it, actually, just looking at it closer up. You know, we were so far back when I was using it earlier. But yes, even if our Captain America creation won't use it, it's an awesome thing to have, just as a little added bonus. But hopefully you see now we got another version of Captain America right here. And again, I will show the kind of images that I'm going off of, that I'm looking at on Google Images. But we did use wing for the two Hermes messenger wing type things that are up on his head. And it's mostly just Agent Liberty, so you can see that that's what Agent Liberty looks like. Well, we mostly just recolored the Agent Liberty like almost exactly, you know, and you can see that Agent Liberty even has that star kind of right in the middle, you know, so it was, I think, very good for our Captain America. Just kind of doing some last minute scripting, you know, his health and damage and all that stuff. Should be good. I'm not going to use any of the Scribblenauts Unmasked superpower scripts because, you know, Captain America doesn't really need any of those. Like, they're all projectile based for the most part. So just putting out a random enemy on the field, we'll see how our Captain America fights. It looks like he will finish this off quite quickly, which is good. I mean, he's strong as hell. And all those other heroes finished off whoever they were fighting as well. I did not even notice that to the side. But yes, this was actually a creation that I owed somebody from long ago, so that's why we created it this week. I don't think that necessarily it was the most popular request, but I was extremely busy. I've been extremely busy, and me and my wife are taking some time off of our work. You know, I have a full-time job, and of course I am married, and I have 2 dogs and music and voice acting and all this other stuff, and so I can't always keep track of, you know, my life in general. But that means that, you know, the YouTube channel, I give it as much time as I can, but sometimes I kind of have to do these quick episodes where I can just get out a request, you know, really fast and still give you guys an episode to watch for your Sunday YouTube viewing. So I appreciate your attention, and of course I will catch you on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.